Billings, I think, has changed the trajectory for Davis, not just in terms of his education, but in terms of his life. When we interviewed at Billings, the personalities in the room really matched the personalities that Henry needed to help guide him through the middle school process.
My son Danny has a hearing loss, just like myself. And so we wanted that small class environment with the personal attention from teachers. And we knew that Billings fit the bill.
We're introduced to Billings, and we almost immediately fell in love with the idea and what Billings was.
I'm an alum of Billings. I graduated in 2003. So much of my ability to be flexible or resilient or try new things or take on challenges head first has really been due to the experiences that I had at Billings.
What I value most is the strong support for my kiddos' development. Social emotional learning, leadership, arts, and academics.
The journey that he's gone through between then and now is just amazing. He's a real academic person, but it really started at Billings.
Billings is fantastic when it comes to meeting the person where they're at. Billings really fostered that sense of community as opposed to competitiveness among students.
She was so anxious the first 3 days that she didn't want to go to school. And each day, she came home bubbling about how much fun it was. After a week, it was as if she'd been at Billings the whole year.
Every teacher was able to just ask that additional question and get one more sentence out of him until he was doing it naturally.
The technology department got him interested in computers. The math department, it's really where he discovered his love for math.
The individualized approach worked really well for him. The hands-on approach, the fact that he was learning about things while being outside, that he was getting to do the experiment. To do math in new ways was really successful for him, and it's prepared him very well for high school and beyond.
Billings taught him how to go utilize his teachers, how to approach them for help, how to use office hours, how to use extra time.
The experiences, the support, the personal attention really have made a difference and kind of given me the basis for being a happy, healthy adult.
Teachers make it very easy for them to get to know them as people.
I think it has something to do with the tight community that Billings is, with the unique atmosphere.
Teachers who want to teach middle schoolers, number one, right? The weirdest years, as we call them at our house. So right off the bat, they're a unique group of educators.
Everything is super intentionally designed for that exact age range when there's so much personal development, there's so much brain growth.
I think to have a standalone middle school is so important for children who are just starting to find themselves and starting to figure out who they are.
The outdoor experience was very important.
We are not like the most sort of hikey, campy, outdoorsy people.
I remember sending him off on the very first outdoor trip, and he was quite hesitant.
Ferd learned to be a great leader through the many multi-night backpacking trips.
If a kid wakes up in the morning and he's got to figure out how to put away his tent and get ready to go hiking, there's nothing that helps develop executive function more than that.
And when I picked him up after the trips, he was all smiles, and he had so many amazing stories to tell about the things he had accomplished on those trips. He loved them.
I guess he's like the most rugged member of our family now, which is kind of fun.
He's now in college at Whitman, and he signed up for the outdoor camping trips, and I think it has everything to do with Billings and the experiences that he had.
It gave him so much confidence in who he is and what he is capable of.
I really appreciated the independent middle school experience. I really got to explore my personality and explore different experiences, different challenges as a student at Billings.
We wouldn't have known what the right high school was for him.
So many schools in our area are really going after middle school students just to funnel them into a high school.
In the city, standalone middle schools are hard to come by.
And what I love about Billings is it wants to embrace and teach middle school students and help them be successful wherever they head afterwards.
So it was the development that occurred at Billings that I think really positioned him incredibly well for high school.
After Billings, I went to Roosevelt High School and loved it. I had a great time there. I was able to really excel academically. I was able to do varsity sports. I was able to make new friends.
He wound up getting offers from several excellent high schools.
They understand exactly what they're doing, and they know how to get those children prepared for high school. What Billings did while he was here was help him already start thinking about what he wanted out of high school.
And that's something that Billings uniquely does that I think is really special and something we should celebrate.
The lifelong friends that he made here, the experiences that helped him grow, this model really does work.
His 8th grade project at Billings was he actually designed an airport. It's something he actually continued to keep on doing. He is in the aviation management and operations program at Purdue, and Purdue actually operates an airport.
Now I work at Seattle University running entrepreneurship programs and teaching some entrepreneurship classes and then working with early stage startups.
He's now at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, and he's got a double major of aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering, and he's minoring in physics and music, and he's in their symphony orchestra.
One thing that Billings instilled in him was a passion for food and cooking and food justice.
I've got 3 Billings children. My son, Kevin, graduated about 15 years ago, got a master's in teaching from UW, and teaches first grade in Seattle.
The thing that right now may mean the most to him is that he made his best friends. His very best friends he made here. Sometimes I get choked up talking about this.
The friendships that I made at Billings, I kept for years and years and years and years.
I just love what it did for my son and how powerful it was for his experience.
Billings changed the trajectory of his academic career. Billings really, changed the trajectory of our family's life.
I'm just really grateful that I got to, attend like the coolest school ever.
And I hope that parents can come here and see what happens to talk to alum, talk to the students that are here today, and really see how unique this is just in their backyard.